Welcome back to Big Fat Fish Cards. Today we're going to be talking about Pokemon Celebrations, the set that for some reason recently has gone absolutely insane. It's sort of been in the news, you could say. What's going on with this set? What everybody's been talking about recently, right, is number one, the Greninja promo, which we'll get to. But number two is the Umbreon Gold Star from the main set. Has gone absolutely parabolic, you could say, right? We're selling $75 all day. There we go, that's better. So you can see that the Charizard is sort of on a decline almost. There really wasn't many sold here recently, right? For some reason, April, you can see it's probably somebody trying to buy it out. It creates these weird price fluctuations that people are trying to create with the Charizard specifically. But you can see 90, 90, 90, kind of 90 all day. But not many sell, right? Compared to modern sets, really. Some of the other cards, like the Mega Rayquaza, is getting pumped because the Mega set's coming out. So ever since Mega got kind of announced around April, May, we saw a spike. So since that Umbreon kind of went like the beginning of July, this one's gone up about, 30, 35 bucks. That's 41% over the last 3 months. So why is Celebrations all of a sudden coming a huge set after it was kind of a set that I want to say people didn't really like, right? We see the Magikarp. Really everything from Celebrations is going crazy. Well, I think there's a couple reasons for this. If we go on over to price charting, and this will give us a better idea of the PSA 10 prices of some of these cards. Somehow there's a PSA 10 Pikachu V Union box, right? Good job price charting. Right, so the Umbreon, we can look at the Umbreon here. The PSA 10 all of a sudden has jumped to almost $300. I think that's a combination of the card going crazy, people picking up the set. And if we look at the Greninja is absolutely ridiculous. The PSA 10 is $800. Which, I don't know if I believe that or if that's kind of artificial hype, which it does happen in Pokemon, right? People hype up a set and it becomes sort of self-fulfilling, right? The hype kind of carries itself, even though the card doesn't really deserve it. But I think it's a combination of these cards are a little bit hard to grade. So the PSA 10s are going up in value, as well as Black and White came out. So these two cards went a little bit crazy. Right, they're up from like $8 to like $14, which is, they're from $5 to $14. So I think I got them around here. But I think it's a combination of that. The set's getting a little bit older. We know the 30th anniversary is next year. So we don't know what's going to come out for the 30th anniversary. We're expecting it to have the same type of bump that, Generations. Spell. Right? Like the ETB for Generations is $1,000 now, right? So we're expecting a similar trajectory. All of these like mythical collection boxes, the promos are really hype. People really like them. And they're kind of old now. And these cards in PSA 10 are crazy. Right? Like the Sylveon is 115. It's been... Dude, oh my god, the Gravs are driving me crazy. Gravs? Okay, good job, TCG player. All right, if we look at the Sylveon, right, 130, 115, 115, 130. Over the last year, it's just gone crazy. Everything's kind of gone crazy. But if we look at the PSA 10 price in some of these cards, it's ridiculous. The Sylveon, 2,500. Flareon, $2,000. Mega Charizard, 800. Mega Gardevoir, 350. Pikachu, 630. Gardevoir, 750. Right? 250. That's a Toys R Us promo. 600 for a regular Flareon EX. Like, this card is... It's cool. It's a cool card, but not the main chase from the set for sure. And we're talking PSA 10 over $500 for several of these cards. I think that's also leading to kind of the same hype that Celebrations is experiencing. So what do I think about Celebrations going forward? I think it's going to go up more generally. Sealed products specifically, but also just the cards in general are going to go up. I would get them graded as opposed to raw. As sets get older, graded cards tend to go up more than raw does. The difference becomes bigger between a PSA 10 and raw. And then 9s eventually will start to go up more. But, we haven't really seen what happens to these sets that have been mass produced once they get 10, 15, 20 years old. And this set is approaching 5 years old now. And it's really, I think it's one of the better sets that they've come out with recently. So I would be big on, like, this card. I know is up from, yeah, is up huge, dude. The fucking graph. This card is up from $2 to $4, right? It's up 180% in 3 months. Spiked for some reason there, but 6 months is up 500%. Last year it's up 800%. I would be loading up on some of the cheaper cards from this set. So, you know, the Venusaur, the Blastoise, the Pikachu, the Shining Magikarp is a great one. I think that's a slept-on card. Let's go to cards here. Of course, Mega Rayquaza, you know, Reshiram Zekrom with the new set coming out. All of the Pikachus, the level X's have gone crazy. The Delta species, right? I think every card in the set is a good choice, honestly, except for some of, like, maybe the Tapu Lele GXs might not be. GX is still a little bit, people don't like it, but they're all good Pokemon. They're all good. People like them, like the Prime. The 65 cents, I think, is crazy for this card. Is this a promo? Maybe. Like, this card, I would predict is going to be one over the next, let's call it 3 years. I think this card will be above $10, $15. I think 68 cents is a steal, and I would pick up several of them, actually. I would be picking up a lot of these. Obviously, I'm not in the investing side, in the prediction side. But if I was, that's the play I would be making. That's why I'm giving out free game here, right? I don't think any of these commons will go up really much. The Cleffa's a very cute card as well, right? Team Magma's Groudon, that's one that I would think is going to go up above 81 cents for sure. But it's a small set, so you know, not a lot to choose from really. So, like, Umbreon, obviously, Charizard, obviously, the fish. There's a lot of good cards. They're all good Pokemon. Gardevoir, Mew, Venusaur, Mewtwo, Pikachu, Garchomp, Zekrom, Reshiram, Mew. Like, they're all good. So I do think celebrations as a whole will go up more. I think sealed product is a better pick right now than singles, but I think singles have so much room to grow right now because they've always been undervalued since the set came out, that, you know, we're going to start seeing cards disappear from the market that are people going to be, I like to call it the binder effect. When cards are this cheap from the set, right, the big hits, right, Reshiram, Zekrom, $17. Charizard's $90. Umbreon, $70, right? What they call it the binder effect. They get put away in binders and never to be found again, and they won't be on the market again, probably ever. They'll get destroyed, they'll get ruined, they'll get kept, they'll get whatever. And people aren't opening this set anymore. So that's going to lead to prices going up over time. So I think Celebrations is a solid pickup. I don't even really have much Celebrations right now. So I'm not even saying this to, like, promote my cards. But you could buy my cards at bigfatfishcards.com. And that is all I have for this video. I will see you guys in the next video, Fish Month. You know, we're a little late on today's video, but it's coming out today, so we're good. Maybe next we'll talk about 151 back there, because that one's gone crazy recently also. Well, not as crazy as Umbreon, but pretty crazy. It's like over 500, like 550, I think, for the Pokemon Center. So maybe we'll talk about that next. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. It's Fish Month, blah, blah, blah. I don't know.